There's a mom accused of killing her biracial sons, CPS warned prior. Listen to this. 32-year-old Tiffany Lucas, a Kentucky mother, is being held in custody on charges of fatally shooting her two young sons inside their home on Wednesday, November the 8th. Police arrested the Shepherdsville woman after a neighbor discovered the child in a bedroom inside their suburban Louisville home. Jeez. The male neighbor said after he saw the mother collapse on a lawn chair outside the home, he ran into the house because he felt something was off. Something was off for sure. Emergency medical personnel rushed the boys to Norton Children's Hospital in Louisville, but both later died at the hospital while in surgery. The white mother will be charged with the murders of her two biracial children, 9-year-old Jaden and 6-year-old Maurice. It was just a week earlier, per her Facebook post, the mother had taken her two sons out for Halloween, and the family embraced a Star Wars theme. Listen, let me tell y'all something real quick before we get in. There's more to go to with the background on the story. But Jackson, this is why I'm trying to tell people what you see on Facebook ain't real life. This idea that we can judge people's mental health and what's going on in the houses is always a facade, and it's the problem with social media. People automatically assume because people are doing things for clicks and likes and smiling on the camera. That ain't the case, man. And this is absolutely the worst case scenario. What are your thoughts, man?
Absolutely. I think that's a really good point to bring up, because I think one of the things that's happened with social media, especially over like the last 15-ish years or so, it's provided a lot of pros, but we didn't really know how it was going to explode so quickly. And just now we're able to see the effects of that. So not only can you not really tell what people are going through, but younger generations are legitimately living their lives through the social media experience. So I think that there needs to be a lot of at least education surrounding the fact that, hey, you kind of got to go outside and get a little more to life, socialization skills and what have you. But it is important to know, just because people look happy on social media doesn't necessarily mean that they are. So, if you got friends and family who you don't, check in with that often, but they seem happy, go ahead and give them a call, because they may need to hear from you more than you know.
Indeed, man. I mean, we forget that this idea, this experiment called humanity and human, requires us to be in real social contact with people, not this social media. And speaking of social media, according to the mother's friend, upon learning about the murders, Taya Crutcher, Lucas' friend, expressed shock and disgust on social media. She wrote extensively about how the heinous act made her sick to her stomach, revealing that she had been with Lucas just days before. And that's according to the Atlanta Black Star. This is what her post said. God, I can only imagine the hell you've been putting your babies through all these years, and they still loved you. To know that you killed them even though they loved you so much. She had to be hearing voices or some type of mental illness, because this is not the Tiffany I know. They may look like they had a good life, but clearly there were demons all throughout. Listen, we're not doctors, and we shouldn't play doctors as soon as something happened, blaming every crime in this country, gun crime or something like, well, this is a gun crime, unfortunately, the worst kind, on mental health issues. We are not here to diagnose her. And if you were with her just a few days earlier, you didn't see signs you've never said you saw signs of anything pertaining to mental health. So how is that the answer right now? And to continue in this story with the article from Atlanta Black Star, we also see, according to Bullitt County Chief Deputy Colonel Alex Payne, Lucas was a single mother raising the boys without paternal support. Payne also believed there was a demon somewhere, but didn't know what kind. Whether you think it's mental illness, just pure evil, a combination of both, it could be substance abuse, any combination thereof. Pick your poison. None of it's good. The results is horrific. And this is, of course, according to Payne. He also noted that there were other parents, that no other parents could be contacted about the deaths. The father of one of the victims is deceased. The father of the other victim is unknown. Whereabouts are unknown. Other family members we got hold of and made notification, Payne explained. Now, this is sad because Jaden had an older brother, and his older brother, Durrell Howard, told WLKY he remembers his last time with the children. We just played a card game. It was as simple as that. And we had the best time ever, Howard recalled. Though he shared a father only with Jaden, their dad died in 2019. Howard was also a big brother figure to young Maurice, whose nickname was Peanut. Howard told WLKY he wished Lucas had reached out to him before taking their lives. We wanted them. We would have taken them with open arms. We loved them so much, he said in an interview, noting the mother had seen Child Protective Authorities called on her multiple times over the years. There's one red flag. I should have did more. If it came to me snatching the boys out of the house, I should have, and I will hold that on my back for the rest of my life for both of them boys, the bereaved brother said. And that, of course, is according to Atlanta Black Star. Jax, I just want to bring you back in here. See, and this is what I'm talking about. We go on Facebook and we click like on pictures and we don't really dig into what's really going on. Why was CPS called multiple times to this household and then ignored these red flags popping up? And then the outcome is these two boys are shot, rushed to the hospital, and die in surgery at the hand of their own mother.
Well, I think that anytime tragic and unfortunate instances like this come up, it really gives us an opportunity to look at the importance of oversight. Because at the end of the day, any government organization or any group of people, you can get lazy, you can get lackluster, you can just go through the motions. So, the fact that CPS was called multiple times and nothing really happened from it is a good indication that things weren't really looked into very heavily. And at the end of the day, CPS is a federal program, so it's not like, there's a lot of bureaucracy, so there's no real quick fixes. But again, this is why it's important to make sure that we're on top of these agencies. Otherwise, they're not going to work. And if they start to not work, then that's always a good argument for people who want to deregulate and cut taxes on important programs like this. Be like, see, it doesn't work. Look at how this happens. So first and foremost, we have to make sure that our government actually does its job. But secondly, again, whoever was ahead of this should be replaced, because we got 2 dead children on our hands now because things weren't looked into how they should have been.
Yeah, and speaking of things not being looked in how they should have been, it's unclear, however, if CPS ever took actions on the family concerns. Per WLKY on Thursday, Lucas actually faced a judge who set her bond at $2 million, where with her hands folded across her chest, she said nothing and showed no emotion. This is not a sign of someone who was healthy, regardless of what was going on. And I think this is what we're talking about as it pertains to needing to be in community with people beyond social media and thinking that you reached out to someone or you had a conversation with them just because you said something on a post on Facebook.